at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on it there. He could not hang on. It's third down. You talk about this Giant defense. They've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And returning it, here's Hamler. Gets past one man. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Giant football, first and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Dart. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
His kick is
looks for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
The Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third.
9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Prescott to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first downs. This defense, they've come to play, and they're the better of the 2 units here so far.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Dart going to look to throw here. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down.
Throwing his Dart. He'll dump this off to Scatterbury.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Hey, look at this defense.
They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Oh, heck of a move. Man. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Here's Dart.
It's complete to Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That's caught left side by Neighbors.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. On 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
At their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's good.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 42.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
At the 15-yard line.
Here we go, going to 54, wide in. Here we go, 46, 46, 26.
Prescott down. Now the pressure gets there. He goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Loss of 4 brings up 3rd and 16.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Abdul Carter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week they're coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33.
First down, New York.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A very solid gain of 27.
Just picking up yardage and punches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Off the play fake, it's Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Touchdown! Cam Scatterbo from 6 yards away. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Lining up for the point after.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3.
17. Thunderbirds 3. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Trying to set up a screen for Blue. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Hamler now on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit.
But there he goes, right side. And they do finally get him at the 12. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And a big run there against the worst rush defense in the league. They're number 32 of 32.
And they're ranked that for a reason. And we're really not surprised to see a big run occur against them, are we?
And once again, it's Scatteroo. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 12. To throw is Dart. A full left side taken in by Kmet.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need...
And got his man complete. Through the middle of the field. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. CeeDee Lamb, 73 yards. And the Thunderbirds are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now the extra point up and good by Auburn. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, Auburn now to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
To throw, Dart. They'll get this to Scatteroo. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one taken in by Neighbors. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10.
Here's Dart.
31-yard line.
That's complete to his running back, Scatterby. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll throw again. Dart. This one complete to Yoshibas. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Lutz is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To throw now, Dart. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for the Giants. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Play action now, Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go. Take Mikey, 18.
The slot man in motion right. Looking to throw, Dart. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Let's go now.
Dart will throw it on 3rd and goal. Now he's going to step up and run. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
But last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And it'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a shotgun handoff, Blue. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's a second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Giants' 42-yard line.
Now Prescott. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That's another
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Prescott on play action. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll swing this out to Blue. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Soft shed a nice tackle on that play.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Kill.
Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jaden Blue, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
For a 2-point conversion.
Hey, 47.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
The score, Giants 26, Thunderbirds 16.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line. The
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw. That's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
First down, here's Scatterby.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
From the 35, here's second down and a yard. To the air, Dart.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
It's complete. It's Neighbors. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the Giants first down. An 8-yard pickup.
A toss to Scatterboo running right.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Scatterboo.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Jackson Dart
with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just about the rules in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Prescott from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Here go 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
33-yard line.
Yeah! There we go. 47. Here we go, 47. 46.
Here's Prescott. Gets this into the hands of Blue. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 13 yards out. And the Thunderbirds have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Giants 33. Thunderbirds
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Dart going to give the Scatterbo. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 84 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
brings up 2nd.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll run from the gun with Scatterbo. And that one opened up for him well, as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he will take it off in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Cole Kmet, 27 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Thunderbirds 23. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their 29-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Prescott is going to change things up here.
At the 42-yard line.
And again, it's Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle.
A 7-yard gain. That's another first down.
47.
First and 10.
To throw is Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. 4th down, Prescott. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. CeeDee Lamb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Thunderbirds' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch. And normally, he's a sure-handed target.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw now, Dart.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest.